Don't forget to. Tabada pa pam 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 pam. Tabada. Good, good. There we go. In the name of the Lord. Good morning. It's such a fine morning. You're welcome to the Vintage Talkshow, friends. Wherever you are listening to us or watching us, you are welcome. I'm your anchor. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Faj. That's gonna. For this moment, I have with me my dark and lovely AC Fair Arogundade. Good morning, AC Fair.
Good morning to everybody. Welcome to month of September. Happy new month.
Mm.
Blessings, love, light, joy. Good morning. Welcome. Welcoming all our family, all our friends, all our fans on the Vintage Talk Show. Enjoy with us today.
Yes, enjoy with us. Lovely, lovely morning, and I think it typifies what the month will look like. It's going to be a lovely, great month. As usual on the Vintage Talk Show, we'll continue to speak truth to power and shine light on dark sports. So come with us. Let's kick off this week's episode with our usual quote for the week. And it says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. It's an African proverb that is full of wisdom. In You could always manage yourself alone and be fast and be quick and you get to where you're going as quickly as possible. But you may not go far without the support of others. When there is cohesion, unity, and number, it tends to run deeper. So you go far together, you only go fast as a one man army. That in. Uh, Amolara, are you there? Amolara, can
Yes,
you
I
hear me?
am.
Okay, I'm going to introduce you now. I can hear baby at the background. Zipper. Shall I wait for you to manage her? Okay. Yeah. mm, let's do some fact checking of what you call knowledge boosters. You must have heard or read stuff like, do you know that sugar causes hyperactivity in children? We say that a lot. It's the sugar rush. Yeah, these children are not taking it easy. The fact checker says it is false. The scientific studies show sugar doesn't directly cause hyperactivity. The sugar rush is mostly psychological or situational. So don't blame sugar. Don't blame sugar companies. Don't blame sugar packets. When this children they are just it's just their time. You don't expect. Let the 70-year-old man take sugar. Whether he will be jumping up and down, whether he will be jumping up and down. Oh my! Do you like sugary things? Isife? Do you like sugary stuff? You look like someone who likes sugary stuff.
Yes, but I take them. I take sugar once in a while.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
careful with it.
Yes,
But what
yes.
about the sugary thing like sweet, chocolates, and all that? Those ones are not sugar, right?
Anything that
We're having network issues seriously, going back and forth. Okay, let's move on. Today, hopefully, we'll be able to do entertainment news with our two ladies. One is going in and out, back and forth. I hope the network will permit. Good morning. This morning, our co-presenter, uh, Omolara Famuyiwa. Are you there now? Good morning. Good morning, Omolara. Oh my! I can see her.
My
She can
audio.
see me. Yeah. Amalara, good morning. We are asking you, or we are telling you good morning, and you are wondering what the audio is saying. I think he's speaking, but we're not getting it. Okay, we continue to try. Is it fair? Are you ready?
yes, I am.
Mm. Okay, let me ask you before we launch into entertainment news. Did anything strike you peculiarly or strangely or
Yes, so
noteworthy during the week?
yes, so we now have another Kwam incident. This
Eh?
one is with Enugu. Yes,
Oh,
Enugu.
Enugu,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
An elderly
An elderly
gentleman.
man that was
Okay.
rough handled. Yes, yes.
They rough handled him, or
It was about
he
the
caused
issue
some
of
kind of.
not switching off his phone, and then
Oh, he sent
since
the
he could
phone
not,
issue.
yes, he could not abide to do, so they had to, drag him from the seat.
Wow. Is that not a way to ask someone to deplane? Why do you? I saw one, they were carrying the man, forcing. That's a little bit uncivilized. That's a way you could just ask the man to deplane. If he refuses, you bring in the police officer, uniform policemen, uniform officer, security officers. That would do. Why do they force people, carry people on the road? I mean, if he gets injured, that's a more problem.
That's
Well,
that they should have deplaned him. Let him leave the plane if he can't abide by the rules. And
yeah, why carry, force, and push and do all sorts? It's so barbaric. Okay, let's move on. I'll leave my what happened during the week. Many things happened, and I'm always having headache with the news that we read about Nigeria and our leaders and what they say and do. Hmm. But let's go on. Entertainment news. We start with AC Fair, who's close by.
Fina Otabo loses sister. Reality TV star Fina Otabo is mourning the loss of her sister Ruth, who passed away on Sunday, 31st August. The family announced her death through a co-solicitors and asked for privacy as they grieve.
Yeah, that's the one Dangote truck
Yes,
crushed
yes,
her,
yes.
her legs. Wow.
So sad, very sad.
Very young. I understand that she just graduated from a polytechnic.
Yes, yes. And
Wow.
this story is a bit messy. There are so many sides to it. There's the side of Dangote, there's the side of very dark one, there's Fina's part, there's the either fiancé or boyfriend, there's that he was saying that she was the one that was doing all of the sponsoring of her education. That Fina never took any responsibility for it. That she was not.
Wow.
Yes, she was not the one doing
Let's
it.
let's let's leave all that
Mm.
for the soap opera people.
Mhm.
The cocoa of the matter is the lady is gone,
Mm.
unfortunately, and so
So
young,
sad. Yes, yes.
uh, cut off the prime of her life. She's not even in the prime. She's just, just coming up.
Mm.
It's so sad. I hope every party in this situation can find some level of closure.
Mm.
Dangote should do the needful. The family should act as needful, and let's slip in and let peace reign. The memory of her, so that she's not noted for all these stories and all that. Okay. Yes. What is it about? Okay.
Asake conducts MLS coin toss. Singer Asake took center stage in the US on Sunday as guest of honor at a Major League Soccer clash between New York Red Bulls and Columbus. He performed the ceremonial coin toss, greeted team captains, and shared moments with match officials, while one of his hit tracks played across the stadium.
Wow.
It's a lovely thing, very lovely.
Wow. It's reached international celebrity status.
Yes, yes.
That's quite nice.
Mm,
I I congratulate her. Those little steps
mm.
add up to a massive thing.
Yes,
That's great.
yes.
That's great. That's great. Okay, Asake, keep on shaking their hands and tossing the coins,
Keep us making
and
us proud.
I'm making Nigeria proud.
Yes, so
I like his composure, if not his teeth. Uh, but, so let's go on to Lanko.
Lanko on being disowned. Veteran actor Adeola Shoremi, better known as Lanko, has revealed that his father disowned him for 8 years over his choice of acting as a career. He said reconciliation came only after he found success, noting that his father later regretted the rift when his son came to his rescue.
Same old story. Yeah,
Mm.
parents want something they think is better for their
Children,
children.
yes,
Children
yes.
insist that this is their way, this is their life,
And back then, they
and
always see
I'm back.
acting as
Yeah, back in
something
those
bad.
yeah, those
Yeah.
days. It was like yeah. It's for never do wells, renegades, and backwater people and all that. But success changes stories. When you're successful in whatever you're doing, a person is supported,
Mm.
and then you have the grace to help when they're in need. Of course, the stories will change and praises will come. We thank God for Lanko. I haven't heard of him in quite some time, but that's great. Congratulations, father and son, that they are reconciled somehow. Okay, let's go to Alausa.
Toyin Alausa on acting. Actress Toyin Alausa says acting goes far beyond memorizing lines. In an Instagram post, she stressed that true acting is about surrendering to emotion, discipline, and vulnerability. According to her, acting is lived, not faked, a craft perfected through hours of dedication.
You can say that again. Yeah,
Mm.
I don't know much about her. Do you know her?
Yes,
Uh,
yes, she plays different kind of roles. She can be a mother, she can play like a sister, depending on what they give to her. But
what the role
she's
was?
professional in her acting. Yes, she's a good actress.
Well, from the statement she made, it's quite germane.
Mm. It requires a
Art,
lot.
art imitates life. So imitation should not be gaudy or rough or overstretched or, as we say here, overdo kind of a thing. The leg is seamless. You'll be wondering, are they really acting? It looks like a real.
Yeah.
That's how
And
through
sometimes when you are
life,
watching, you
through
are
art.
you are also following their
You're
story.
carried
You are carried
away.
away.
You
Yes,
move into their
especially if
world.
it's very interesting.
That's the essence of
Yeah.
art, to make you uh, enter into their world as they have done into yours. Okay, good advice from Toyin Alausa. Okay, let's do one more story, and we call it a day. Yeah, do let's have the YouTube.
Okay. YouTube hosts film workshop in Lagos. YouTube has hosted its first ever TV and film day in Lagos, bringing together broadcasters, producers, and Nollywood creators. The one-day workshop focused on strategies to grow global audiences, optimize long-form content, and tap into connected TV, now watched by over 2 million Nigerians.
Wow, it's a nice
Big
one.
one.
It's a good one. At least they're building more content, more prospect for content, and Nigerians
Exactly.
are quite active and creative and proactive in that sense. So I trust us. We'll make good use of that workshop. In fact, we'll work that shop down, all the way in. You know, I thank you, Esife. We'll take a short break and come back to maybe Omolara will still be there for us to hear from her. Let's look at Kofi Olumide. It says Generation Birthday. This should be nice. Kofi Olumide, that's from Benin or something like that. Is that in
Uh,
Nigeria?
the name?
Kofi Olumide is there.
No, I don't think it's Nigerian. That's Kofi. Kofi sounds
Baba
non-Nigerian.
has woken up.
But
Baba has joined us.
not
Morning.
exactly.
Morning,
Good
good morning.
morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I am so sorry. Are we online?
No, no, we're music break.
Oh, music break. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
We're live on YouTube.
I woke up and old age happened.
I
Don't
understand.
don't ask questions, please, because of
I
my other
understand.
my other friends and colleagues who are there. So good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning and
Good
welcome.
morning. Yes, good morning. Yeah. Good. How are we? Wow. It's
It's
fine.
good to see you.
Thank you. Am I okay? The short overheads and stuff.
Everything is good.
Okay,
You
okay.
could
All
just
right.
move a bit to your right, my
My right
left.
is like this. Oh, your left.
No,
Okay.
no,
Shibai. Okay,
no,
to your left.
no, no. Aha, aha. That's good.
All right. Sorry.
That's good.
I've not been keeping tabs of what's been happening, but I know the president is on a 10-day visit out again or something. But
Again.
then, yeah, again, I put again in quotes. Um, then what else? Well, there was something else that came up my mind. I caught it on a TV station a few days back. It was quite explosive. Oh, so I didn't write it down. Okay, all right, we'll
It
come.
will come back.
It will
We are just
definitely
going
come.
to the second leg of the entertainment news with Omolara. If
Okay,
um, if our network permits.
it will. I've been praying. It will be smooth.
It's a
Mhm.
Congolese person. Kofi
Congolese.
Olomide, yes. Congolese, yes.
Okay.
It's going to remember.
So you're long.
Um, I remember. It's fine.
That was Kofi Olumide. I believe he's Congolese. I thought it was Beninois. I think it's I mean, we are told it's Congolese. Congolese superstar, Kofi Olumide, with whatever I was saying. It was nice music. I just don't understand the lyrics. Okay, we are back, and by His grace, Omolara is back and stable, seemingly. Good morning, Omolara. Welcome to the Vintage Talk Show.
Good morning, Uncle Fad. Good morning, Mr. Esife. Thank you for having me.
Okay, before we launch, the big guy just showed up suddenly,
So,
and we have him. So it's great to have my co-anchor and brother, Tokunbo Ojekunle. Good morning, Tokes.
good morning, Fudge. Good morning, Lagos. It's very nice to see you guys again. Amalara, nice to see you. So we are in for a roller coaster today, as usual.
Yeah.
By His grace. Okay, Omolara, we have quite a number of stories from your end. Network permitting. Let's start with the sad one, the Peju story.
Veteran actress Peju Ogunmola loses son. Nollywood is in mourning as veteran actress Peju Ogunmola has lost her only son, Ayomikun Oluwanishola. News of his passing broke on Tuesday, with tributes pouring in from colleagues and fans. Actress Biola Adebayo described the loss as devastating and heartbreaking, praying for God's comfort for Ogunmola and her family. His death comes just 2 weeks before his October 12th birthday.
It's so tragic. So
Very,
tragic.
very, very sad.
I remember in 2000 and 2004, or thereabout, or 2000, no, 2001 or thereabout. I think we just gave birth. And we sent a reporter to go out because she had waited for so long. She had prayed, she had done all sorts of things to to have a child, and then eventually it came. So it was one of our leading stories in one of our our magazine there, New Treasure, and to now see 24 years after the boy gone, just like that. And I think he's still the only child. It
Hmm.
was so.
Yeah,
Uh,
so heartbreaking.
in my family, we prayed for her for fortitude. For I don't know what else to do. I don't know what can keep her strong and going and all that. It's so devastating. And those who are saying he fell on in the toilet bathroom and all the bathroom slipped and all that, the family said no, no. Please let's avoid throwing stories, however, whatever, trying to picture or color the incident. Let the family grieve in peace. Yeah, just allow them. Just it's not nobody prays for such things. So it doesn't matter the what they call the reason or the consequence or the whatever led to the loss. Just let them breathe. You know. To the family, or Mobalale family, we wish you God's fortitude, strength, and all that you need to keep on going. And remember His name for good. I don't know what else to say. Mr. T, he's talking, but I can't hear him. Oh.
Muted.
Hello. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes. Now we can.
Sorry. I pictured this story in my mind when I first heard it, and I felt just as you expressed it. I felt so. It was like we were blood, we were relatives. I felt the pain myself. And you raised something now, Fad. I think we should begin to speak to these things gradually. I wonder who writes these stories. A friend of
Mm.
mine said he probably thinks they usually consult the AI, asking probably what do you probably think happened, and the AI will give them some story, and they will write it out. Because it says in the nick of it, you can never imagine anybody writing such a thing at this grieving moment for a family.
Uh,
It's so sad. It's really so sad. I pray God gives them the fortitude to bear it hard. It's going to be tough. But once you have your faith in God and believe things will be fine, God, it's tough.
It's
It
tough.
will be fine. Yeah, it will be fine.
Fine. So there, Beju Ogumola, and Sunday Yomobolanle. His
Yeah.
grace be sufficient for you.
Amen.
We don't
Mhm.
know what else to say. We can always thank God. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, let's leave it like that. Amolara, let's move on to your next story.
P-square field spiritual smash. Smash of the duo brackets has described the long-running rift between Peter and Paul Okoye of P-square as spiritual. Speaking on the Afrima podcast, he recalled conversations with Paul, who agreed the conflict was beyond normal disagreements. Smash, who
Hmm.
praised the brothers' passion for their brand, said he and Vast would never take sides, but admitted it was painful watching the once inseparable twins struggle to reconcile.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh.
Check brackets for me. Brackets. Mr. T.
Can we never ever have an unending story like this? Raj, I remember this isn't the first time we both have sat on a program before. I can't remember if
Hmm.
it's this series, this serial of vintage. I can't remember. And there was something you said that traits like this will have been shown when they were growing up.
Hmm.
And I remember, yeah, you mentioned that. If you can't remember, I think I did, and I thought back because at that time I think their mom was still alive. I think, and it just I just couldn't imagine it. A beautiful duo doing beautiful things. Do you imagine if this fight had not been this prolonged? This this tag team would have been, if not the best in Africa, would have been the
Yeah.
best, one of the best
Yes.
to reckon with.
Yes.
They are so good, so creative. The lines, the lyrics, the music they put together, and I'm very sure that most of the Gen Zs who sing would have been actually picking from their rhythm, because they were so strong and everlasting. I'm so down this morning because of these two stories, but particularly for these guys. These guys, it's I don't know. I honestly do not know. If they say spiritual, those who, yeah, I don't know. But there are signs, there would have been signs when they were growing up. Give me my ball, I won't give you your ball. Or maybe somebody had been nicely and partially nice to one of them and leaving the other out. It will be a growing bile duct over time. And if we took our time to think back, if they also listen in and think back, they could probably identify. I hope it's not a case of woman, yeah, or I dress more than you do, I sing better or I write lines better. And most times people have actually planted those things in their minds. Like, what's wrong with you? Your brother writes better and sings better these days. What's wrong? Are you sleeping or something? Because I still cannot
It's
understand this
difficult,
story.
it's difficult to know
I
the
can't
hule
understand
hule,
this story.
the hule
Yeah.
hule of what is turning to be like an internecine war
It
between
is an
the
international.
the twins.
Uh-uh.
Bracket makes sense. I mean, what's it called? Smash. Smash is actually Ali. Obumene
Okay.
Ali, and was referring to Vast,
Mm-hmm.
uh, who is uh, who is also, I think he's from Enugu. His name is Nwachuku Ozioko. They know, they must know each other well enough,
Oh, wow.
So that when the boy says spiritual, maybe maybe there's something to it because you can't decode what's going on, and it's been so long, and to break a flourishing, thriving, powerful
Oh,
brand
wow.
for
Wow.
whatever reason and refuse to re-engage and reunite to make it's incomprehensible. It doesn't just make sense. So why we don't understand, we run into such titles like spiritual, it is mystical, it is mysterious.
Mm.
So so that the spirit of that quarrel will not come between us. Let us leave their matter and go on.
They need to find a way to settle it,
By
because
the
it's
way, okay.
affecting it's affecting their fans. Their
Eh,
fans are not at peace that they are fighting, so they have to look for a way to settle.
do they
Oh
look like people who
yeah,
are,
yeah, yeah.
especially with the latest issue of their brother, big brother, Jude, being arraigned by EFCC, and
Yeah,
the
and
other
that's
charge
another one.
alleging, alleging that was Paul, I mean Peter, that did this and that. Now said no, no, yeah. All kinds of money issues and all that. I I believe only God
Really good.
can intervene completely in their case. It's like Smash said,
It's
it's
only
a
God, though.
it's a very spiritual thing, and the only God that is spiritual. Abi, we are not enough. Okay, let's move on to your next story.
Running business with spouse not easy. Deola at
Hmm.
Alade. Entrepreneur Deola at Alade has shared insights on running a business with her husband singer Dare at Alade. The couple, who co-founded Life Sports 360, have been partners in work and marriage for over a decade. In an Instagram post, she said, "Mixing love and business is not for the faint-hearted, but with respect, discipline, and boundaries, it can become a powerful partnership."
I concur.
Mm. Mm.
As one
Definitely.
who has been
Yeah.
working with his wife for more than 30 years. I can
Wow.
easily concur. Well, let's say 25, 28 years. Oh, no, not almost 30, sha. But
Over 20 years. Yeah.
that's true what she said.
Yeah.
It's the grace of God mostly. You think you think it's a wasa, it's not there, you are in the bedroom, oh. You are in the office, the boardroom. Hi, somebody can forget that you are a husband, or you forget that you're a wife. And then, like what you said. But if you get it right, it's a very powerful enterprise that you will end up with. Hmm. Okay. Um, Pasuma, let's talk about Pasuma.
Pasuma honors late mother. Fuji star Pasuma has paid tribute to his late mother on her posthumous birthday. In an emotional Instagram post, he revealed he had dedicated his newly completed house to her memory. Pasuma described his mother as a constant light in his life, wishing her a happy birthday, Evan. She passed away in 2023.
Hmm.
Mm.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Especially if he has been a good child while she was alive, playing his part, taking care of her, and not nurturing her in her old age and honoring her. Excellently. He will also end well and live long.
Yeah. Amen.
Because
Amen.
that's
Yeah.
that's the only law in the Bible that has a condition.
Yeah.
Honor your mother and your father, so that you may
Live
aha.
long.
So it's a consequential prayer, or
Their
dedication.
days may be
So
that their days may be long.
Mm.
yes. So Pasuma, if you have done your bit, your days shall be long and you'll be
Amen.
live in plenty. Mm,
Amen.
that's a good one. Now,
Mhm.
Molara, let's end on the last note with that Burna Boy story.
Burna Boy's mother marked 35 years on marriage. Bose Ogulu, mother and manager of Burna Boy, has celebrated her 35th wedding anniversary with her husband Samuel Ogulu. Sharing throwback and recent photos on Instagram, she called their marriage a roller coaster ride, but gave thanks to the family they've built together. Fondly known as Mama Bona, she described the milestone as a blessing.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. 35 years wedding anniversary. No be wasa.
As in,
At
It's not,
all, Paj. At all.
no be wasa. No be
Mhm.
wasa. Yeah.
Don't,
I
don't
hope I
go
have
don't go
the best.
deeper. Don't go deeper so we don't frighten our friends here.
We don't start giving out numbers. I don't even
Nah,
want to
nah,
be
don't. No,
when
no, no,
when
no,
will I
don't.
get there? You know, thank God for Mama Bona and Baba
Yeah,
Bona. You
congratulations.
know,
Yeah, congrats.
it's not easy to keep this thing going for 35 years. You know, you read stories and
Wow,
all sorts. It's only God, oh, it's only God.
it's God.
Nobody knows.
Mm,
Nobody's very good at it. Nobody's an
no.
expert in marital affairs. It's only by the grace
Ah,
of God. Mm. Nobody's an expert, though. Ah, so we congratulate the Ogulu family for that
mhm.
momentous occasion,
Yeah,
and may
congratulations.
the union continue to fos- flourish, and foster great things. Okay, I think we have come to the end of the entertainment news. We'd like to thank Omolara Famuyua and Esife Arogundade. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, your news and beats from the entertainment world around the country. We'll move on to La Baja. It says Konko below. Have you heard from Lagbaja lately? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's still abroad. He went
I think it's
incognito. The last time,
in the US now.
yeah, the last time I heard from him was in December. Occasionally, he does seasonal greetings to his people.
Mm.
And when you begin to ask, so what's happening to you, blah, blah, he goes off.
I've not seen a more mysterious guy than Lagbaja.
Absolutely. He goes off completely. Uh,
La, 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 la.
but how many years now, Fudge?
Sir?
How many years? For Lagbaja in the 80s, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
You
82,
mean
3 or something.
since it's been on the beat? Yeah,
Yes.
from this jazz band to a high life band to
Yeah,
now the signature Lagbaja. Yeah, it's been since the
yeah.
late 80s. Yeah. Remember Pintos?
Pintos,
Immediate
yeah, Pintos.
Pintos.
Them bread and breakfast or something at
Bread
Allen.
and yeah, bread,
Mm,
bread and breakfast. Yeah, is it bread and butter? Bread and breakfast. I can't remember which one.
bread and something.
People have tried. Oh,
People have tried. Honestly,
they have tried.
we have
They have
tried.
tried.
It's so consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Hey, Bosun. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
boss man.
I'm fine.
So,
Good morning, Uncle
sorry
Fad. Good
about
morning, Uncle
the
T.
Good
sorry
morning.
about last week. Oh.
Hello.
You fought
Good
brilliantly.
morning, sis.
That's There's nothing to gloat over. You fought valiantly.
This is way.
If not for that wicked free kick, it can happen to anyone.
Fudge, that's still going to be the best team in the EPL this season. You will see. Oh.
Uh, you see that Bosun's not saying anything.
Yeah.
He's a very wise man. He's not saying anything
It's a very
to
much.
encourage you. He has seen life. He has seen different beginnings, different signs. Oh my,
Oh my
oh
God.
my. Okay, let's see what we have in some of the newspapers. No, no, no. Nobody's newspaper from I can see it. Why not?
Where is this one safe?
Yeah, that's what we're saying. No, we don't know. We don't know where he is.
He don't run away.
He saw the future
Okay.
earlier than we did.
We go for
Yes, Osifowora.
no,
Is that my little colleague?
no, that's it's if she was greeting
Oh,
you.
it's morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, I just got up. How are you?
I'm fine.
Coach, go. Okay, we are going live now. Of course, that was Lagbaja Konkobilo, one of my favorite artists. God knows where Lagbaja is now. He's not only a marksman; even his life is masked. Everything is everything
It's
is
coded.
serious.
As they say now, it's coded.
Everything is coded.
Coded.
It's great to have with us this morning our legal experts, the social development advocate, Bosun, Osifowora. Good morning. I don't want to add more epithets. Good morning. You are welcome to the show this morning.
Good morning. Hey, good morning, Uncle Fad. Good morning, Uncle T. Good morning, Etife. Good morning, listeners. It's great to be here.
I'm in a good mood this morning, so I want to cut Boston some slack. You know what I mean.
Uncle Fad didn't say anything when we won 5-0.
No, he didn't. He kept quiet. In fact, he ran over that story. He
Exactly.
glided over that story. I'm sure he
That
called
was
it
a
a
5-0.
fluke or a hoax. Huh? Yes.
There was a 5-0.
You see?
Okay.
You didn't know that.
Good times, bad times, they all happen to all. It's just football, and it's good. It's good. It's good as reality checks now and again, and it's just that your people are so insufferable. They make too much noise. Too much noise. Yeah,
Insufferable, right?
yeah. It's like someone that is barren, and every time we'll be threatening about giving beautiful children and all that stuff. Why don't you just shut up and just until you give birth? You don't need to make noise.
No, in fact, I'm beginning to smell some bile ducts around that place because
It's very,
when you have victory, when you have victory, you have to rejoice. You understand? How can I lock
Yeah, but
such victory up?
do it in such a way that you don't offend all the other people.
Uh-uh.
You give yourself
ah,
How
title,
can my
you
joy
sense
offend you? Offend them?
adios. I don't
okay.
know.
You will soon see, you will soon hear them now. Let them win something pekere. You will see everybody they will shout everybody. Pekere plays like this, they will shout everybody down. Anyway, now thank you
That
for going.
assertion is not correct. We have not won
Yeah,
anything since how many
don't
years?
worry.
So where did
Exactly.
this come from?
Bad bellish doxing.
it's like a beautiful bride. Uh, stop preening. Just be a little bit less coquettish, so that people can at least look at you well and praise you. And stop
Okay.
praising yourself.
Okay,
So
we will heed advice.
No,
amen.
Arsenal is the
That's
only team that will rejoice when they win and rejoice when they lose. That is game spirit.
I
oh,
think
I
that's
They
hear
why
you.
never,
that's what people can comprehend.
they
I
do.
hear you.
Fine, that's the truth. They do always rejoice even when they lose. Okay, fine, it's gone.
I hear you. Is it not is it
And
a global thing?
they always watch
Is
us
that
so
not?
for beautiful football. All
No, no,
rival clubs they
they
watch
play both.
Arsenal game.
They play both. They play
Oh,
both. The problem is the problem is bashing Arsenal is therapeutic because they themselves they have they have
I
they
think
have
so.
they have they have they have championed the essence of therapeutic practice. They, they don't feel anything again, whether win or lose, but they make the most noise. I love them. And they're colorful. I love them. I used to be one though until God changed me and turned my life around. You know? Okay,
Uncle Five,
let's move
and
on.
their tickets is very expensive
Mm,
compared
very.
to other people. I don't know how they do it, and the stadium is always full.
you have
Yes,
headstrong
I noticed.
supporters.
I
When
noticed.
you are immune to pain and losses, you become you become self-ingrained. You against the world. So you
Ah, Jesus.
solidarize and fight.
Someone,
Anyway, let's move on.
someone said
Uh,
Arsenal is the stationary stores of Nigeria.
Oh
True,
yeah. Oh my. That's my team.
true.
Anyway,
Yeah,
a
think about
listener
it.
would think we are on the sports program. No, we are not. We are, we are on the Vintage Talk Show. Just Bosun spirit, national spirit that is luring us into sporty statements. Let's get back on track. And now you can join us. We'll be moving on to Niger trends, news around the country that strike us as important. The trending stories within the country. You can join us any moment from now. 0913-697485 is the number to call. You can be part of us. You can send your views to Facebook, YouTube. We are screening live on YouTube as we speak. So you can share your comments with us if you can get through on the line. It's the number again is 0913-697-3485. So I'll be taking the all the jobs today. The Our learned friend is not around. Uh,
Hey,
the first story starts with Tinubu reverses NTA appointments. Hmm.
Hmm.
President Bola Tinubu has reversed recent leadership changes at the Nigerian Television Authority. He's recalled Salihu Dimbos as Director General and Ayo Adewuyi as Executive Director of News to complete their tenures. The move cancels earlier appointments, including Rotimi Pedro as DG and Stella Dean as ED News. It's the second time Tinubu's administration has backtracked on appointment in recent weeks. What's wrong with Baba now? Why? And I
You know,
watched Stella Dean and,
yeah,
celebrating, with our friends. Everybody's happy. Then only 3 days after, and then you remove the seat from under them, you know?
I don't get that. And you're doing
I
it to
know.
very, very important people in the communication business. Stella Dean is a top notch in that field.
Mm-hmm.
She has been there ages. I worked with her at a point, and she is extreme is the word, perfecto. And so that was why people came out to congratulate and dance around her, because at least they said for once she's been prided too. She's there to bring her professionalism into it, right? And that's for this sudden reversal. It's a shocking thing, and it's becoming too prevalent within the system. And I wonder, is anybody thinking before taking action? I can't really put a head into it. It's not good. For professional colleagues, it doesn't sound right. Confidence building, it's weakened. You get it? And it says a lot about the system that, hey, they give you now. Are you going to accept it? Before they announce something, I think they usually go to them first. And so when they are coming to you first, and when they are coming to you, people will say, no, don't, I'll be fine. Because it's just to announce now, nobody's certain about the next few days.
It reminds you about the VAR in football.
Yes.
You score a goal or you celebrate. I always wonder, why are you people celebrating? You don't know what will happen soon. And lo and behold, they will now say go to the board. And the referees are so pig-headed that whenever they go to the board, 99.9% of the time, they are reversing their decision. Don't say, no, I want to stick to my decision and all that.
I think Oguti has spoken well on, how the thing erodes confidence of other people who, if I get an appointment now, I probably wouldn't celebrate until I'm on the seat. So that's basically what it is. I won't tell anybody until I resume. And I know that, okay, hey, it's for real. Before VAR will catch me. But I actually was
around 3 weeks.
Before you go on, Bosun, before you go on, do you know that it is announced before you get an idea of where you're going? The pub is in public space already. It's not about you announcing it.
Me, I will not celebrate me. You delay your celebration until. But the part I want to bring out is, there's something about even the NTA that is quite funny. At least I grew up in this country. I knew NTA before I knew CNN, and I've seen CNN grow and metamorphose into something else. And simultaneously, I have seen NTA degenerate into what words cannot really describe. So, and bringing back the people who were there instead of bringing people that were already being celebrated by the public, whom the people know that these are people who can turn around this place. And then you take them out and you bring old hands. I think it speaks a lot about our attitude towards development. That's just my own comment on it.
It does.
Fantastic.
It does.
You're very correct. Another thing I see is, how does somebody like Mr. Bayo Nonuga, how does he sleep? You write a press release. You are removing these people for one reason or the other. They probably say incompetence or lack of this or whatever that, because it's before their tenure will end. You've removed them. Apparently, you think that they have not done well. Then you bring in this excellent set of people that you think will change something, and then you write a press release and send it out. Then 3 days after, you write another press release. Sorry, the last one you sent, they are not well. You're saying they are not. That was not well thought out. We didn't think well before doing it. Now we have gotten our brains back. Now we are changing our mind. And this people should continue doing this thing. So we can do something properly. And the last time was improper, and therefore forgive. How do you do that? And you go to sleep. It's so.
No, they don't even add. They don't add a line of forgiveness, Fudge. Nobody explains anything. Whether the attitude is whether you like it, you take it. Whether you take it or not is our business to appoint and de-appoint. So go to sleep.
Uncle T. I pity the man. No, You know, he's not the one taking the decision. Is the fact is me, I can't do that kind of job.
He's
It's
not
like
announcing it.
Isheru. It's like
Yes.
what Yorubas call Isheru. They will send you one thing in the morning, send you another thing in the afternoon. Me, I can't defend that with my son anymore. I'd rather just go in peace and face my Osifowora and go
That,
than do
that,
this kind of job.
It is so. It
that,
is
that,
quite a
that
terrible.
happens a lot in the military. When we are running, and look,
Exactly.
I know I've seen things being reversed under the military now. Come on now, we all grew up together and we saw all these things. But this is a democratically set place where I believe every word that is spoken is perfectly thought through before you launch something. This
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. It's just not sitting well. And okay, right now, ask questions. Let's begin to ask questions now. What made them change their mind? There must be something. Did you find something wrong with A, B, C, or D? Or you found out that those guys you earlier thought were not working well for NTA. You now discovered that, they discovered this, they did this, they've been doing well. We didn't see all these things. So let's bring them back. You guys, we are sorry. We'll make amends.
All that
That's
attitude. Since they didn't complete their tenures, they may resort to legal action.
I think that was why they backtracked.
You know, I think so. I think why is this so untidy? You should have thought about all these things before announcing them. It's so sad. Sorry, Stella, and sorry, Pedro. It's
Another day a better day will come.
A better day will come. With a better appointment. Okay, let's move on to this one. This one, it gave me creeps somehow. It says Hadi Sirika defends Nigeria Air. Former aviation minister Hadi Sirika insists the Nigerian Air project was not a scam, despite criticism and ongoing corruption charges. Speaking on Channels TV, Sirika said only 3 billion. Oh my country. Anyway, let's go. Only 3 billion was released out of 5 billion budget, denying reports of a 100 billion loss. He maintained the project followed due process, though the EFCC accuses him of awarding inflated contracts to companies linked to his family. The man said only 3 billion was wasted. Essentially, we just threw away 3 billion. It's not up to 5 or 100 billion. They're saying, we just threw away 3 billion. It's not a squatter's money.
Fudge, don't be carried away with that only thing. We grew up to know that if you wrote a check of 1 billion naira and you are giving to Tokunbo, right? Which by the grace of God, I pray you do. Now, when you get to the figures, you have to put only at the end of it. So don't blame people when they begin to say, Shebi is only 5 billion. Don't worry. It's that mentality we grew up with. Because sit the person down now and ask that question again. The person will tell you, no, it's quite a larger sum. Then there's some aesthetics when you are on TV, on radio, answering national questions or answering to national questions. Okay? Because he cannot tell me that money or that figure is pittance. It's too expensive a joke now. Kilo, I don't understand. It's just like a comedy trail.
It's just 3 billion now.
Kilo don't kick me. Just 3 billion now.
In a country where people don't know where their breakfast will come this morning,
they don't even have an idea.
Someone called 3 billion only.
We should watch what we say. Public figure. We should watch what we say and how we communicate.
Funny enough, sir, these people, I don't know whether they don't have a PR team that guides them in what they say. Do you know that even if it said is 1 naira, in law, they say facts admitted needs no further proof. You have admitted that you frittered away 3 billion of public funds. That's a criminal offense. In his eyes, it's only because he was speaking comparatively that, after all, some people have done 10 times,
The
100 times
bigger
more than
things.
that.
Yeah.
But you are publicly admitted to wasting public funds to the tune of 3 billion. And you remember the case with Professor Folashade Grange. You know, it was 3 billion thereabout, or it was even 300 million, for which the woman had no hand in it. Oh, and that was how she was removed and almost prosecuted for something she didn't do. Now, somebody had come out to admit that it was only 3 billion. That means that he can be prosecuted for that. But this same man was the one who showed us aeroplane, and they sprayed water on the aeroplane the way they celebrate when you buy a new aircraft. And the owners of aeroplane came back the next day to carry their plane. And you said Air Nigeria was not a scam. If it's not a scam, then scam has a new meaning.
Oh boy.
That's basic. And nothing will
Jesus.
happen to these people.
Hello.
But this is an
Hello.
open admission of criminality.
Hello. Hello. Good
Jesus.
morning, Pastor Ambrose. Good morning. Yes.
Politicians don't believe they owe us any responsibility or any explanation. You talked about their appointment at NTA, and then they reversing it. See, you are just saying that they will have taken them to court. The court itself today, it is the way that the federal government wants the court judgment to go that we go. If they can overturn election results and all of that, what is their appointment? They just probably somebody went to appeal to them and say, please allow these people finish their tenure. That's why. It's not because of court. These people court care. You hear what Akpabio said? He said one money cannot do, one money we do. It is all about money. And the more they tax us, the more they oppress Nigerians. They use whatever they have gotten to make sure that they use that same money to oppress Nigerians. They will collect from us, then get everything, and begin to live a life of luxury. So this issue of Hadi Sirika, I've been asking, in Nigeria, why is it that we don't have an airline? But when we want to travel, they say politicians who don't have shit, they board all these airlines, Emirates, and all of these airlines. They will go and they will come back. A whole country like this, we don't have a national carrier. We don't want it to work here because we have been defaulted. And then when we talk, some people, because of tribalism and religion, these are the two veins, tribalism, religion, they will not see the good side of what we are saying. That's why we are where we are. That's why our children cannot go to school conveniently here. We're paying school fees of 20,000, 30,000 for university tuition fees, and they that is up to 3, 4, 500, and they said education loan. Even not access it. That's why a job of 3,000 today is going for 20-something thousand. And when they are sick, they fly abroad. In my hometown, in Edo State, we just had a doctor now. The place has been in general hospital for more than 30 years.
Wow.
But abandoned. Just one nurse. After we shouted, they just brought a doctor to our hometown now. These are the things that we are saying. Nigeria is not working, and we say Nigeria should work. Some people will keep giving excuses for people who are oppressing us. Why do we like being oppressed? Why do we like being enslaved? And unfortunately, this is where we have found ourselves. But there's one thing I have always said. If anybody is fooling me, I will not fool myself. If anybody is fooling me, I will not fool myself. I know what I want. I know what good governance is all about. And I will always ask for it. I don't care whether you are my brother, you are my sister. I don't care whether we are from the same religion. What I care is that if we are from the same religion, don't suffer me.
Good
if you are my
governance.
brother, give me dividends of democracy. You cannot have all of these things and you corner them to yourself, and I will be giving an excuse for you. Who does that? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor
Vintage,
Ambrose.
Vintage Pastor Ambrose. Vintage.
it's indeed very
Yeah,
devastating
it is.
when you
It
let
is.
religion and ethnicity, this
Mm-hmm.
issue, when you let them becloud your conviction. We want genuine governance. We
Mm-hmm.
want good governance. There's no two ways about it. We can't stop talking about it. This man is facing court case charges that he siphoned money, he used his family companies to, and he's saying on live TV. I don't know why they even allow him to come to that TV set. To come and say that he's only 3 billion. You know what's the hoopla about and all that. It's unforgivable.
This
Some of these
line of
things that we hear, it's terrible. Is that mute?
My apologies. I'm sorry. My
Okay.
apologies.
That's another important aspect that I want us to bring out. This is, in fact, I had six story items around it, and I condensed them into one also. And it starts
Okay.
with it has two legs. One is Tinubu says state police unavoidable. You know, President
Mm,
Bola Tinubu is creating state police is now inevitable to tackle insecurity across the
mm,
country. Hosting Katsina leaders at the villa, Tinubu ordered a reassessment of security operations in the state and announced new drones, forest guards, and military technology. He insisted the security crisis is surmountable with determination and pledged to receive daily updates. Tinubu also paid tribute to former President Muhammadu Buhari, and it's attached to this other story. State police demands gather momentum. The clamor for state police has intensified with groups such as Afenifere, Pandef, and the Mendubet Forum urging President Tinubu to act swiftly as insecurity worsens nationwide. They argue decentralized policing is long overdue, noting all 36 states have already submitted proposals. Critics warn of delay costing lives, with
mm,
over 2,000 deaths recorded in just the first half of this year, while supporters say local forces can respond faster to threats. Opponents like the Northern Youth Council brand the idea a misplaced priority, calling instead for massive recruitment to the federal police. So the debate rages on, even as violence continues across the nation. I, the president says inevitable. There were some parts of the north, the west, the south, the south, north central appear to agree with him, and some voices in the north said it's a misplaced priority. Meanwhile, lives have been lost every day. 2,000 this year alone. Hmm.
So I think on this police issue, one of the things the first thing we need to look at is what is the preferred position on the number of police that should be attached to each community. You find that we
mm-hmm.
have a lot of deficit in that area.
Yeah,
In fact, there's a
Mm-hmm.
United Nations standard of
yeah,
how many police to to certain persons within certain
yeah,
community. So
Yeah.
there is no arguing the fact that we don't have the requisite number with the federal police that we have. That's one. Number two, how well equipped are even these people that they are not even adequate. So these are things we should look at before we go ahead with this argument. And also, one of my major arguments for state policing, I'll give you a personal example. A couple of years ago, I I was involved with a client and there was some fraud on my client's account, running into hundreds of almost $1 million. And we submitted a petition at one of these units of police somewhere in Ikoyi. Do you know that they were slow to act because they said there was a directive from a DIG in charge of crime that
Mm,
all petitions must come to Abuja
Exactly.
for
Okay.
approval before. Now, this is the gist. The gist is that monies have been moved by this fraudster from an account, and we were seeing the money going. So, with our own personal effort and everything, spending money, we traced these things. In fact, we apprehended these people at the bank when they were withdrawing the last tranche of the money. So, we took them back to the police. We had dropped the petition 2 days before. Personal
Okay.
effort, we arrested these people, took them to the police. Do you know the police told us that they are still waiting for approval for that petition? So I had to go to Abuja, stayed in Abuja for extra 3 days. Meanwhile, the police in Lagos were threatening me that because the petition had not been approved, they were going to release those people that we caught, criminals. Oh, I'm telling you, this is my personal case.
Wow.
So that's why you understand
What?
when people talk about decentralizing police, people don't know what they're saying. Why should a crime be committed in Lagos? Wire crime, which money is going, you could see your money going like this. You pick the criminals, you gave them to police. Police was threatening me that they will release them because petition has not been approved. So I had to go and get approval and come back to Lagos. So when people talk about it, that's the kind of system we run. So you need something local for local problems. There are centralized problems too that you might get approval from up there. But people, we need to sit down and look at policing is not come and chop. It's not child's play. It's something that should be taken seriously. The lives and security of people are under massive threat. So the earlier they start the state policing thing, it's only one caveat that I have. The state police must be properly trained in line with international best practices.
That is it.
Because if we're not ready
That is
for
it.
such training, then don't start it. And the training must be continuous. So that's
Yes.
just my position. There's a lot to talk about on it, but that's
And
just my own.
monitoring. Let me
Fine,
just add.
Seriously.
Let me just add that
Okay.
the recommended ratio of police to the citizen is, according to United Nations, is 1 to 45, 450 rather, 1 to 450, which I think is quite a stretch. And then with our population of say 220 million, we require about 500,000 police officers. You know, and we understand from this estimate that we are short by 120,000. So they need to employ 120,000 to even be able to manage 450 people by one policeman to manage 450 people, right? When Mr. T finishes with his argument, I will read the next story by Zamfara State Governor, which buttresses what Bosun has just said. Yeah, please go ahead, Mr. T.
Now, you know something, my headache has always been in recruitment. Even the police as currently, established, I always wonder, how do they process the recruitment? Who are these people? Who shortlist people and put them, in charge of lives and property of people? You understand? Because when you come across them every day, you are shocked about the level of their intelligence, so to speak. Now, it doesn't say that they are really bad people. Training and retraining that Bosun has said is key. Matters to me. How do we hope, to create a new brand or segment of police or whatever, policing, and have right people in the right places? Are you going to transfer from the main body to the splitters that you've got created? Or you want to bring new set of people who, of course, amongst them will be people who you have pardoned, who have been terrorists, you kidnap them, you pardon them, prisoners, you release them, you pardon them, and they are mixing back into society. They are going to form the basis. I love the idea of the state policing, but we have to be mindful so we are not getting back to the trash can. And as Bosun has said, training doesn't stop and start. It is continuous. Who will be in charge of that?
Uncle T, sorry, quick one, sir. this my trip, I met a friend who came from Germany, and she told me something on this issue of recruitment you raised. He told me point blank, we were just talking about systems and everything. She said that, do you know that Germany, they believe in consequences? That if you want to join the police in Germany, she said I should go and look it up. That if your father had a criminal record, do you know it will impact on your joining the police and you won't be
It
accepted?
should. It should.
Wow.
That's how deep they scrutinize the
Yes.
people that become police in Germany.
Wow.
So, in fact, she said that it means that when you want to commit a crime, you will think about the implication on your children's children.
Generation, behind you.
So, if we're
this,
recruiting people, not former terrorists, people who have just been pardoned, you are recruiting them.
Yeah.
You're looking into generational records before you bring people in. So these are things. That's why I said that if we want to go the route of state policing, then we need to sit down and determine what it is. It will even affect the constitution because there will be a constitutional amendment because the police is under the central government, not under the states. So you have to create a provision there must be an amendment that shows that in the constitution that shows that the state will now be in charge of police and it will define the roles. So it's a tedious thing that must be done. You must do the paperwork before you even do the physical thing.
Instead of them rushing to create more states and do all kinds of referendum on that. We have better things to use our constitutional review committee for. You guys, you forgot that this recruitment thing is an endemic problem. You remember that Benjamin Hundeyi, former PRO of Lagos State, who has now been appointed as a first public relations officer for the Federation to replace Muyiwa Adejobi. He came on this show to tell us that the recruitment process is awkward, and we use the what will I call it? An analogy that is a crooked someone with a crooked leg, and you say what is carrying is bent.
I remember.
I remember.
They want to recruit policemen. They'll go to the head of the village or whatever, and they'll be looking for the worst of the village.
The miscreants, the stubborn ones.
That's the one. The miscreants. They will not look for miscreants to come. How much more are you going to do? How much are you going to give those ones? They are already set in their way. Also, we have a long way. Okay, just let's take a short break. We
have to start from somewhere.
We have to.
I will read the Zamfara story, and then we'll come back, take a short break, and come and discuss it. Now, let me quickly read that so that we can use it as a linchpin for our argument subsequently. It says Zamfara governor on banditry. Zamfara governor Dauda Lawal says he can end banditry in the state within 2 months if given control of security agencies. In an emotional viral video, Lawal revealed he knows the exact hideouts of bandits, but security operatives only take orders from Abuja. He lamented that delays cost lives, despite his government providing patrol vehicles, recruiting local guards. The crisis continues as citizens accuse leaders of failing to protect them. We'll be back. Let's listen to. I'm looking for something that looks like close to what we're saying. This one says Mugbomoya. I think Mugbomoya.
Mugbomoya. How come? Oh my!
How does it relate?
How come?
We have to hear you.
Maybe it's for the states. This is bomb for police. What is bomb for police? Oh, yes, man.
4 years already.
I mean, that's the only expression.
You know that when you were talking about Ndoye's visit to the show, I remember very well, just as Bosun also remembered a bit. I remember that I got to a point where he said they went to the village heads. And they said, àwọn ọmọ tó yọ wá lẹ́nu yẹn ó tiẹ̀ dá ẹ wá ìwọ ọba ṣọlọ́pàá. He was actually expressing it like that. And then you expect that it's going to be a turnaround for the guy's life. You understand? When he joins the police force, he gets disciplined. He understands life and all that. No. As he enters with all these activities and attitudes and values, he's going to probably infuse a lot more into the team or trench of the police. It's so bad. It's just a precocious process.
A fish in the village will not become goat in the city now. It's still a fish.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. It's not possible. It's so bad.
It applies its trade now with authority and backing of the federal government.
That makes it worse.
Yeah.
It's not a federal thug instead of village thug. You know?
You know, about 2 days ago, I was rushing to Unilag for something. It was the day I came back, and I had some stuff for people at the back of my car, at the back seat. So I was stopped by some policemen at Aguda. So apparently, I was wearing sunshades and a polo T-shirt. So this man stopped me. Maybe expecting me to be cordial or anything. So he said he wanted to search. Do you know I was with this policeman for 20 minutes?
Wow.
He was searching every part of the car, up to the armrest, everything, all the stuff I had in the car. This man saw eye drop and ampicillin. And he asked me what this I use for. I said, you can see I have an infection in my eye. He said, where did I get it? I said, the doctor recommended it. He said, I should go and bring the prescription. Yes. He could see my eyes. I showed him everything. I was just like, so what happened was, when he started, he thought I was going to be cordial and possibly give something, but I didn't say what, so I was looking. So he was like, okay, man, I'll waste time and be by. He brought a tire towards the boots. We brought it out. We put it back. I say, you would think there was an information on my name and person. Normal random check for those people that just stand by the road. I was just
That's a good one.
What? Yes. When he finished everything, he now said, okay, I should get into the car. He started searching every part of the car. I was just looking. I didn't say one word. So when he finished, I said, can I go? He just hissed.
What?
Go ahead,
wow. He bad market me.
Okay, I'm going back on there. Okay. Wow. That's TWO Tunde Amumiobe Mogbo Moya. You can't do that in Nigeria now. Your IV must. In fact, they will tell us that you should be bringing your food to the party where you're coming.
And how now? Where are you coming from? Who are you?
People with IV, God, they don't see food these days.
They don't see food.
If you are quiet and you are doing gentleman, you are coming back hungry. Okay. Yeah, we are back. We are back. This is the Vintage Talkshow. Oh my. So we get back to the Zamfara story. When we return. We are still here. We'll still want to hear from you. Remember, the number to call is 0913-697-3485. This is the Vintage Talk Show with the Faja and Friends on the TopRadio 90.9 FM. 0913-697-3485. Let's hear from you. Gentlemen, we are talking about the lamentation of Zamfara State Governor. He says he knows where the bandits are. He can point them from his phone. But the police said they will wait for orders from Abuja. Why can't Abuja tell the police to listen to the governor and follow his guidance? Why? It's not rocket science. I have a caller who wants to answer that question.
Oh, okay.
Good morning. Who am I speaking with? Dari from Lagos. It's inevitable, yes. About education. Thank you, Dari. Dari, please go to your points. Please go to your point. We're running out of time. Yes, Dari, please go to your point. We're heading out of time.
Into power, where they are impacting the daylight of Nigerians. They are basically the money of subsidy and every other thing that they have been diverting. Now, what has the masses benefited from them? Nigerians has never benefited anything from this government, but for the selfish and personal things. Now, the president is in France now for medical tourism, but bio
How do you know the medical tourism, Dari?
let's say it as it is.
That's speculation. That's speculation.
If you look at before it's entering into power, it's more or less like they have been checking his health and every other thing. From France to UK. So it's ahead. So it is what have been transpiring for quite some time. Now, this government quite like looking at what Erufai and Babache Lawal and Tony Okocha said about this government, that they came through to the back door of INEC and judiciary. You can't give.
Oh boy, that's some level of violence from Dari there. A lot of speculation about the state of health of the president. Do not let us jump ahead of time and say things that we cannot substantiate. Yes, the things are hard and things are bad, and the corruption cases are everywhere. So Abihadi Sariki, what's his name? Sirika. It's like pointing a thumb on the surface. Such things we have witnessed recently. But gentlemen, let's focus on the statement by Zamfara governor.
Well, it is not different from what I said. A crime
Yeah.
happened in Lagos, and we're waiting for over a week in Abuja. And imagine the amount of money spent, and I had to rely on all the networks and connections that I had. So it's just the same. And we were seeing the monies because we had to like try to block an account and all this. And so the money was being taken every minute. And there was nothing
Wow.
you could do because you needed approval for something. So what kind of system does that? So those are the plausible arguments for localizing and decentralizing the system. That's another one.
Yeah.
Then this one involves like bandits. The governor is the chief security officer of the state. He says you know
Mhm.
where those people are, but you need to get approval from somebody who is not within the state, who doesn't even understand the plight of the people. So there's something wrong. If we place premium on people's lives and security, then we need to decentralize the system. But I said it earlier also that there's a caveat, which is these things must be well thought out. It's not
Hmm.
something because those who are against the state policing are the people who will tell you, and they also have their own plausible arguments because you have all these creations, appendages made by the states, where
Mhm.
all these Amotekuns and all those people in the east and what have you. And we have seen the way some of them have been brutal in carrying out things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you now wonder that if this is what will become of state police, then it's better we don't have it.
Mm.
Mm.
So that's
So
why I said that the arguments on both sides are possible, but the fact
yeah.
remains that we need a system where things are properly done. If you don't want state police, then you can still decentralize the thing that, okay, the CP will be under the leadership of the governor. Their fear has always been that, okay, it will be used to fight opposition.
Right. Political
That
opponent.
is understandable. All right, but what is the immediate situation? What does the situation demand immediately? Which is you have to protect lives, you have to protect properties. So we need to sit down and work this thing out quickly
Mhm.
before so
Mhm.
that before going into it, it's not something like Okufat said you rush into. You don't rush into it. It should be well thought out. It's not an appointment where you cancel the next day. No, it's something that we should sit down and have possibly maybe experts design something for the government and then they
Immediately.
look into
Yeah.
it and then they now follow it. Anything short of that, we might be creating further chaos.
Thank you. Well, by the way, our congratulations. We should send our congratulations to Benjamin Hundeyi for his
Oh yeah.
elevation as the first PRO. Congratulations.
That's
The man
massive.
shoots straight from the
Yeah.
hip. And a Twitter ma- a Twitter warrior, or what do you call it? Is he ex warrior now? He's always, I like his proactive nature and the way he handles issues with the Twitter people. Um, our next story, and this falls squarely in Bosun's court, is the NBA sues police over tinted glass policy. So the Nigerian Bar Association has dragged the Inspector General of Police to court over his
Mm.
tinted glass permit policy. The NBA
Mm.
argues the directive is unlawful, infringes on citizens' rights, and lacks transparency, alleging that fees are being paid into a private account. The suit, the suit filed in Abuja seeks to stop enforcement of the policy set to begin in October. Motorists have long complained that tinted glass regulations fuel harassment and extortion by the police.
Well, you know, this country, sometimes we are a bit unserious. Sir, all my adult life, rather, I have seen one thing with successive IGPs in this country. They will come and talk about two things: tinted permit and this other thing, roadblocks. It's as if they don't have
Mm.
anything meaningful to offer. So this one will cancel it by the time it's going. The next one will come with
Oh,
it,
I
and
know.
all that. And I'm like, is this what policing is all about? For Christ's sake, that these people they so it's like a template, and then it's another way of creating food. And this, let me make you laugh. When this IG came and he said that he was high on um insurance, the third party
Okay.
insurance.
Yeah.
I kid you not, personal experience. I showed police comprehensive insurance for my car. He was asking for third party.
I said that if you have an encounter with
Because,
one, you will
because,
understand the level of intelligence. I
Yes.
told you
because
earlier.
He
That's it.
was
that's what is
he
familiar with.
took serious explanation until I insisted that Oga, I'm a lawyer. Now what is this? So what I've seen with that things permit, number one, to get it is such a tedious thing to do. In fact, at the end of the day, nobody will tell you to go and remove. You will go and remove the thing by yourself. You remove your own and just put transparent one. The argument is that they want they're doing it for security reasons. Come on.
Yeah.
It's funny. Okay, fine. If that is it, which is good, you want to know what's in the car. Brilliant, fantastic. Then it should be something that should be done online and I can get and print from the comfort of my house. It shouldn't
So,
take me 1 hour. You can be on that thing for more than 1 month,
Wow.
even with all the people you know. And I'm like, so what are you doing? I have a car that is tinted. You have said go and get a permit. That very day, police wants to implement the day the thing was
the
made,
day you
the
collected the car,
pronouncement was made. They want to hold you down to it. Then at the end of the day, you're trying to get this permit from the same police. It is difficult. So these people,
I have someone. I have someone who has a tinted glass, and when the law was made, I said, "Are you working on this?" He said, "Yes, I'm working on this." Then a couple of days after, then I said they moved it to October 2. They moved it from July to October 2, and I
they
said,
relax.
"See, don't go out with that cow. Don't still go out though, because there's some people they will
Your
not hear
best
that.
interest.
They will still be working. They will still be working on the old one.
they
They
should
will
be
not
working on
listen.
the old days.
Oh
Just
goodness
go.
me.
Don't give yourself stress. Police. Oh God. I don't know. Short of constitutional amendment and political will from the leadership, we are going
And
to
then
go on this
orientation.
all over again.
Orientation.
Serious
Orientation,
orientation.
yeah, it's part of training
Serious
and retraining stuff.
reorientation.
Yeah, and their headship or leadership, there's something really wrong. I'm sorry to say about those in charge at the top. You get it, and it is the truth. Because why would this Bosun case is still knocking my head? The procedure to scam is still on. People, the man is still being scammed, and then you are saying you are waiting for approval from the top. And this the governor that spoke recently, I was going to say something. Let me just say 1 second on that. I read a lot of frustration from that speech the man made. It's almost like there are so many things hidden in that speech for him to say, look, I know where these guys are as a governor.
Yeah.
And do you think he would not have told the police about it? He would have engaged the police about it.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't give so he was frustrated. He came out.
They told him they have to wait for
And that is
Abuja.
what I think the presidency, that's what I think the presidency should really latch on immediately. I mean, there's something really, really, but the man was bothered. I'm the governor now. These are the things I know where they are. I know. Let me take you. It's frustrating.
Oguti, the experience I talked about that the police stopped me 2 days ago and was doing the thorough search. The confidence I had was that it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't do that,
Okay.
man.
That was the confidence I had. I didn't say anything. No, I just kept quiet. If I remove my glasses, put off the car, put off the radio and everything, I just stood there. I was still saying, sir, sir, sir. But I knew that, okay, this place is open space now. Before this guy will kill me here. So I was in my best behavior. Because if that thing was in the dark, It won't be the same.
Yeah, that
I
would
would have
be
just
and
I would have been greeting him, buying everything he wants on the spot for him.
you need
Because I can't come
you
and
see.
die in the hands of somebody who won't remember that he even
But
did anything.
so
God forbid.
training and retraining. I don't think you can work on our current crop of policemen. I don't. I
So,
think
so
there
what
has
will
to
we
be a
do?
purge. There has to be a purge entirely, and new people
Àwọn
brought
eléyìí ti
in.
gíràn, wọ́n ti gíràn gan.
Yeah, no, that's toxic. I don't know. I don't know how
Wọ́n ti
even to put
gíràn
it.
ọdún sọ.
It's almost a helpless situation.
It's so
It's almost.
frustrating. That's so bewildering. You know. This may be our last story for today. I just want to hear your
Yeah.
comments on this. Court orders DNA test on Mohbad's son. A magistrate court in Ikorodu has ordered a DNA test on Liam, the son of the late singer Mohbad. The order followed an application by Mohbad's father, Joseph Aloba, seeking to confirm the boy's paternity. The test is to be carried out in an accredited hospital in Nigeria or abroad, with the late singer's widow, Amomi, listed as a sole respondent. Mohbad's remains currently at the military hospital in Yaba may be used for tissue samples.
Hi.
It's still on.
Yeah, there's been a whole lot of cry about the paternity of the child, and I think
But
it
before you
might help
answer,
the
I have a
criminal.
caller.
Okay.
I have a caller. Good morning. Okay, that's the yes. Mm, mm, mm,
Because if you look at the trajectory of what happened in 2023 elections, the way they were using police, to cover up with more or less like election this thing, when they unleashed these agberos that were attacking voters and every other thing, the police turned the other way around. And also with the ethnic and tribal this thing that initiated by all this MC Olomo, the police said that it's more or less like he was joking. They didn't arrest him, they didn't do anything to him. So if they initiate state police, more or less the governors and every other thing, they were abusive. So it won't happen under this government. We need the new government that will initiate it, that will give them terms and conditions that they will abide to it. So that is the way I look at it.
thank you.
It's a shame the worst of us is showing the best of us. Truly, there was a point to thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. He has called to finish his statements and make his position known. He's saying this government can never institute state police, is just propaganda because of the divisive nature and all that. I don't know. Yes, we're on
Okay.
Mohbad's DNA, Mohbad's son and DNA thing.
So I said there's been a whole lot of cry about the DNA thing, and since it's an application by a concerned party, I think it's in order. At least it will put some things to rest, and then the parties can move on with their lives. I just have a problem with the fact that the boy's body is just there in the morgue and
Yeah.
being delayed by this trial, but it doesn't take away. It doesn't take away the fact that all angles must be explored and exploited before they can come to a logical conclusion on the thing. So for me, I think there's nothing wrong with it. Let them do it. Let them put paid to it. At least if you know it's his son, then all those speculations and funny arguments will be put to rest. And then if it's otherwise, then we will know. Okay, some things were being hidden, and then some witnesses may be called back to come and answer to some of the things their earlier position on the
Yeah.
guy's death. So I think it will put some light on the whole thing. It's
It's
very
true.
unfortunate, but God will help us.
It's necessary to find closure. Okay, I think they should just wrap off this and let the dead rest. Uh, as if we need it. Okay, so we still have, we can say, squeeze one in. This is some kind of national emergency. It's in Nopeng versus Dangote strike looms. Petroleum tanker drivers under Nopeng have threatened to stop fuel loading from Monday. That is in 2 days' time, over a row with the Dangote refinery. The dispute centers on Dangote's plan to deploy 4,000 CNG powered trucks with drivers barred from joining unions. Nopeng accuses Dangote of anti labor practices and warns of massive job losses. The union says it may call for solidarity action, raising fears of fuel scarcity if the crisis persists. They want to introduce 4,000 trucks. Apparently, that's like two per truck. That's like 8,000 new employees to drive this. And possibly be different from those killer trucks that have been Dangote trucks that supposedly have been killing people all over the place and all that. Which Dangote said most of them are not there by their own, that were branded with their company logos, and you allow them to drive recklessly and use your, you know, and all that. But this
That's a
this
poor
portends.
defense. So,
Wow.
Uncle Frank, I can talk from the labor point of view. I mean, labor law point of view.
Okay.
Employers generally are averse to unions and labor union activities within their own system. Particularly, employers try to exploit to the best of their ability, exploit the workers. And with labor unions or joining of these unions, those ones too will want to assert some rights. So there's always
Yeah.
that clash between employers of labor and labor unions. They will do everything to ensure that they don't join. But for me, I don't think that this is an issue for strike, because strike seems to be the only mechanism that Nigerians know to assert their rights. It's a simple thing. There's the industrial court there. The labor union can
Yeah.
actually take Dangote there. You don't have to strike. Then you put all of us in jeopardy. Put all of us. Obviously, if Nupen goes on strike, it was literally
Yeah, first of all,
It was Nupeng that literally chased out the military from this country. So,
yeah,
I mean, during the struggle, Nupeng was always the last straw that would kill the camel. Now, so if Pengasin Nupeng, yeah. So by the time you go on strike, 1-2 days will be lost. And let me tell you the implication of these things. People don't know. Let me speak from the legal point. Do you know that for days where funny public holidays are declared or strike happens and all that, let me just give you from the court's perspective, there are people awaiting bail.
Yeah.
If that day there is a sudden holiday or strike or anything, do you know that's an extra 1 month in prison?
They take them back to prison.
They will adjourn, yes. They will adjourn. And so sometimes some people don't know if you go to the hospitals too, when the strikes happen, the way people die in seconds.
Yes.
So people don't know the implication of this thing. You just come out and doing union. You are destroying lives. Nobody's saying don't assert your right, but if the courts are there, go there, get a lasting position on it, and then it's fine. Rather than using this crude methods of asserting your rights, it's still taking us back to Stone Age.
Yeah.
We have to change. They have to learn to change the paradigm. They have to learn to change the paradigm. It's not all about strike. You mentioned medicals the other time, Bosun, and I can tell you straight away that past strikes, babies in incubator Babies processing in the incubator died.
Died, yeah.
Yeah, because no, all of a sudden, no light, no power, nothing. Generators were not working. And people don't really understand that. You better stop, because one day people will rise up against. No, I see a movement against them per se. Look, what is all this nonsense? Look at how things are still a bit funny, difficult, money, blah, blah, blah. But there's some peace around transportation and movement. It's been for a while now. One day disrupted in that chain, within that chain, goes a long way. 2 months, 3 months, they have not gotten back to the acts together. It's not fair. They should just sit back and change paradigm, re-strategize and go back to the basics. That's what I think.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. We have come to the end of the show today. It's been so engaging. And we thank all the callers that called, Pastor Ambrose, Debo, and everyone that called. Thank you so much for joining us. The ladies, I say thank you. Omolara, Famuyiwa, and Isife Ogundadegbe, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Mr. Bosun, what's your final words today?
Yeah, let's keep hope alive. We will still get the Nigeria of our dream.
Amen. Like Arsenal. Let's go.
Amen.
I'm finally Mr. T.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that when you learn to be civil, the whole world will be better. Nigeria especially will be better. Be good to one another. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Yes, as we always say here, be genuinely nice to people around you every day and do good as best as you can afford it. So we say stay blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. And by the grace of God, we'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.
I know.
Taking you to the top to stay. TopRadio 90.9.
I said it for
I'm looking for a wife to Jimmy.
Come on, welcome.